People be like, I'm on the moon. It's made of cheese.
Hey, how's it going, everyone? How you guys doing tonight, today, wherever you're from in this beautiful world? Welcome to another beer and cheese pairing week here. This, whatever you call it, show. Yeah, we pair up cheese and beer, see if it works. It's always fun. Try new things all the time. You can find some. It don't matter what you bring. So, I want to welcome my panel today. Awesome panel. Bumpy Road Brews. Cheers, man.
Cheerios.
Cheers, Miscellaneous Brew Reviews.
Cheers, guys.
And anyone else that wants to come on up and cheers. Man, Beer Man says cheers too. All right. So, and cheers to the awesome chatters out there on the right side of our screen, or at least on mine. Cheers to you guys. We got Art by Sparkle. If you want to come up, the link's out there. Angie, cheers to you. Angie's Fluid Art. Joey Nugg, Sack. Cheers to Joey and Tommy Carroll. All right. Well, let's go ahead and start this off with Bumpy. Right on. There we go.
Okay, so the cheese that I am bringing is a Wensleydale. It's kind of just did one of these a couple weeks ago. And this one is Wensleydale and apricots. Comes from the Wensleydale Creamery in Yorkshire. It's crafted in the heart of Yorkshire Dales, England. Cheese looks like this.
Nice.
Plenty of apricots in there. It was wet in the package, so it's kind of wet and sticky on the outside. But cutting it, it does crumble. It does that Wensleydale crumble. The beer that I'm going to pair with this, my hands are all sticky from touching. This comes from Greater Good Brewing Company. They're out of, where are they in Massachusetts? Worcester, Mass. This one's called Bombshell. It's an Imperial Blonde Ale at 8%. And let's give it a pour. Canned on date. Looks like January 2nd, maybe. So, a couple months old. But it's an Imperial Blonde, so I don't think it really matters. Right, it pours with a very tight white frothy head, and it is a golden color. It does have a little bit of a haze to it, an unfiltered haze. Plenty of carbonation flowing up as well.
Oh, yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers. Thanks, Bumpy. All right. Miscellaneous.
All right. Cheers, guys. So I'm pretty sure I've had this product. I think it's been featured on the show. I think Bumpy might have had it. Somebody had it recently, but this is the Boar's Head, their Hickory Smoked Gruyere. Got it there. It's got the smoke blinds. That's the rind. Well, I don't know, because it's smoked, so that's actually the cheese. There is no rind on this, but yeah, looks like a Gruyere. Beer-wise, I've got something here from Anchorage, Alaska. Golly geez. Got my hands on some Anchorage Brewing Company. This is called their Night. Can art's there. Always got the crazy, wicked-ass can art. But this is an oat stout, is what they're calling it. It's an oat stout with toasted almonds, Madagascar vanilla beans, and coconut milk. Comes in at 8.5%. ABV does have date on the can, 12/13/22. So, getting at about almost 3 months. No complaints. It was moderately priced, and their shit's expensive as fuck. I live in
Yeah, it is very expensive.
like their IPAs, and you can find some stuff, but like their stats are usually like through the roof. Spendy. It's pouring with some viscosity. It's gonna hold up. I don't know. That's a pretty good looking beer.
Cheers,
Two
Sparkle.
fingers, very soapy. Cheers. Fizzly, like one of those high ABV. Even though this is only what I say, 8.5. It's dissipating very quickly. Alcohol legs. That's
I have never had a stout from them, so I'm curious.
yeah.
Cool. Awesome. Thanks, Miscellaneous. Cheers, man.
Cheers.
All right, Sparkle. Art by Sparkle. Cheers.
Hi, how are you? I was
Good.
having trouble getting on the internet. Okay, so today I have, it's called Steel Reserve. It's out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. It's 8.1%. And it says slow brewed for exceptionally smooth flavor. Extra
the
malt,
big one,
barley,
too.
and select hops. Extra gravity.
Yeah.
Have you ever had this beer
Have you
before?
ever had?
No,
Your,
what am I in for?
you might have barked up the wrong tree.
You
We
think?
don't get down here. We don't get the high ABV one like that. We get they have one that's they make like in the 6%, and then they make the bigger one that you have. Mm-hmm. I'll tell you some stories, and I got photos. It's crazy. We'll do it off there.
I have a story. Miscellaneous knows my story with
Uh-oh.
this beer. It involves
So-
a fan.
Am I testing this now, or are we just showing what we've got?
Just showing it. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
It actually looks kind of lacy and frothy, so we'll see what happens.
All right. All right.
And the cheese I have is Manchego cheese made in Spain, and it's made with sheep's milk. This is
Oh, that's good. That's a good one.
and I've never tried it, so we'll see.
Nice. A spendy cheese. It's like $8 a slice. A big old fatty slice. All right. Well, thank you, Sparkle. Cheers to you. Okay.
Cheers.
All right. Well, cool. I got what I have is I got it for $1.08. It was on sale.
Oh,
I don't know what it was, or what it was before, but it's from. Hold on. Okay, it's a cave aged Felix handmade and cave aged blue cheese with an edible natural. It has like wax around the side over the plastic to keep it extra secure from extra fresh. So, but that's what that looks like. It's really, really blue cheesy.
wow.
A lot of blue in there. So, okay, and I have my other one on standby. I've got an alt beer on standby in case this is not good. But I'll go with the alt beer first just to show you. It's from Sun River Brewing. Rhinelandia is what it's called. And it's a 6% alt beer. Fermented and dry hopped with Mount Hood and Cascade. But the one I want to try today, and the reason I'm doing this is because it has a big old thing and it was leaking, so it might be oxidated a little bit or have some maybe a lack of carbonation or something. But it's the Mighty Oak Scotch Ale from Silver City as well. It's getting a lot of. Oh, that's Sun River. This is Silver City. Okay, yeah. So Scotch Ale at 9.2%. The Mighty Oak. Let's go ahead and see what it is like. Hopefully it's good. Oh, it's got some hiss. I think we might be all right. It's got a nice brown, reddish brown color, auburn color to it in the glass. The pores a lighter brown, and in the glass a darker brownish red. Yeah, nice. Doesn't smell bad. We're good. Sweet. Cool. Didn't waste my money.
Nice.
Cheers. Let's get
Man.
back to it. Bump. Wait, that's right. Bumpy first. That's right. Okay, let's get Bumpy up there. Cool.
All right. Well, let's talk about the beer first. Okay. I had to make up my mind. Beer or cheese? All righty. So this has like citra hops and stuff like that in it too. It's got very citrusy aromas. It's not standard of like a blonde ale. It's pineapple and like it's an orange, maybe more like tangerine. Pineapple tangerine. A little bit of some malt sweetness. Cheers.
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 Grain. I want to know if it's grainy.
Oh, slight like white breadiness to it. It's hoppy. It's the citrusy hoppiness. Like slight notes of pineapple. A little bit of a citrusy aspect. Tangerine-esque. Yeah, it's just kind of bready. Then as I talk, there is a little bit of I don't want to say biscuit, maybe like a little bit of bread crust type note that kind of starts to form and come up. It's like a low side, medium body. Carbonation is also kind of that medium realm, but maybe pushing towards the low side of the medium realm. Bitterness, I'd say for the style. I mean, this is an imperial one, but I'd say it's definitely moderate for a bitterness standpoint in a blonde ale. It's definitely a different take on a blonde, for sure. They're usually quite bland. This one's got some hoppiness to it, at least. All right, let's go after this cheese now. Be careful where you stab it, because there's like lots of bits of the apricots in this.
Wow.
So, smell. It's got that. This one's like sweeter than the Wednesday deal I did a couple of weeks ago. It's got that cream, like that cream cheesecake kind of smell to it. I say cream cheesecake. Cheesecake.
It's got like the
I think you use
Stilton
cream
type,
cheese and cheesecake though.
like Stilton type quality, the sweet Stilton.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of got that Stilton thing going for it. All right.
Cheers.
Mm.
I'm probably gonna like that.
So once again, it's a bit on the sweeter side. Cheesecake like. There is that unmistakable Wednesday deal flavor note in there. To me, it's like almost like a little bit rubbery or something. It's like rubber flavor. And then you get the apricot. Plenty of apricot chunks in this. So it's almost like an apricot cheesecake a little bit. With some rubber added. Overall, not bad. So we eat that. Chew through all the apricot. Oh, cheesers.
Cheers.
Cheezers.
Sweetness of the cheese kind of still lingers on. The apricot, what I was still chewing on, is still there. It kind of took out some of the hoppy flavors from the beer. It did seem to boost the alcohol note just a touch. there's no real alcohol note in this, just drinking it regular, but it did seem to like amp up a bit of like a slight alcohol flavor with pairing it. So we'll do this the other way. Cheezers.
Cheers again.
Jeez.
It's kind of nicer that way. It seems to take out some of that kind of rubbery note from the cheese, and it takes a bit, but once the that cheesecake kind of flavor hits, it's there. So it kind of makes it a little bit sweeter. And you get to chew on the apricots. So yeah, it pretty much works.
Beer before? You like beer before? Yeah.
Beer before works better, but
Better. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks, Bumpy. Cheers, man.
Cheers.
All right. Well, miscellaneous. Here you go.
All right. So yeah, the Anchorage Night Oat Stout, toasted almonds, Madagascar vanilla, and coconut milk. Absolutely no head. Does leave a fair bit of alcohol legs for 8.5. You're probably not going to be able to pick it up because Logitech sucks. Aromas, it's definitely on the like marzipan, confectioner, sugar sweet side, malty sweet aromas. Vanilla, like I said, marzipan. You got the almond confectioner. Doesn't smell boozy. Smells cloyingly sweet. My opinion. There's some bready notes in there. It's not roasty. You're not getting like robust roasted. Probably a little bit of oatmeal, I guess, too. Let's try it out.
Nice.
Cheers.
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 I'd say medium bodied, low, medium carbonation to it. It definitely doesn't drink anywhere as close to as sweet as it smells. You do get there's a sweet kick in the front, vanilla, almond, but it's a long lingering. It almost goes into this like dry finish. It's not bitter, slight bittering, nothing over the top, just very subtle, long finish on this one. It's decadent, I would say, to some. I mean, this is just an oatmeal stout with adjuncts in it. So 8.5. Founders does what? Their oatmeal stout's what? 8.2, 8.3. You get the essence you're drinking a bigger beer. I wouldn't say it's boozy, but some points you get it. Anyways, let's move on to the cheese, the Boar's Head Smoked Gruyere. It's a flaccid cheese, but that's the outside rind. Smells extremely smoky, almost like kielbasa sausages, summer sausage, and that kind of aspect. Doesn't really smell too bacon forward. What they say, hickory smoked is what it is. So. You get a smoky, that's it. You pick up that smoky aroma, man. Cheers, East Coast.
Cheers, East Coast.
Slight nutty, umami, like I said, summer sausage, bacon-esque, kielbasa type aroma. I know Gruyere is kind of a squeaky cheese. This has been out for a bit, so we'll find out. Cheesers.
Jesus. Yikes.
So the Gruyere has been out for a little bit, and I even if you don't get a smoked Gruyere, I kind of associate it kind of in like the Swiss, like cheese curds. It's a squeaky cheese. You know what I mean? That if you let it sit out, it does become a little bit more palatable, creamy on the. Oh boy, microwave. Gotta love it. It envelops the palate, but like I said, it's not real chunky. It's a bit more smooth coating, slight smokiness, umami. It's just almost like a milky smokiness. It's kind of bland. I remembered having this cheese, and it's not that it's a bad smoked Gruyere. Gruyere sometimes just doesn't have a lot going for it, and then I'm sure this is a younger Gruyere. I'm gonna smoke an aged Gruyere. I would think. Because just it's softer. It's like Gouda, You get some of those Goudas and stuff. They're harder and crumbly, and compared to a younger Gouda, but had the cheese smoky flavor on the aroma. So the cheese definitely took that adjunct flavor way down. I'm getting almost more like a base beer flavor. It tastes a little watery, made the mouth feel a little bit more thin. Cuts back on the adjuncts. I like the smokiness of the cheese with it. It almost adds like a roasty note to it. I think I'd say pick up a slight, very mild coffee note. Not too bad. Interesting, smoky for sure with the kiln grains. It's almost, I wouldn't say acrid, but you're pushing like real smoky, not ashtray, but yeah. Anyways, beer and then cheese.
Cheezers.
Jesus.
Cheezers.
Again.
And again.
The cheese overtakes the beer for sure, the umami smoky flavor. And I guess the coolness, I mean, it didn't melt as much. I've had my slices pretty consistently cut, and that one didn't melt away as much. Yeah, I would lean definitely beer before cheese on this one. Or no.
Oh, cool.
Is that what it is? Cheese before. Terrible. Cheers, guys. I'll
Cheers.
figure it
Cheers.
I always get confused too.
Can't remember. I always get mixed up.
I know, me too. All right. Thanks, man. All right, Sparkle, you ready?
Oh, I don't know. I guess I am. I'm gonna.
You're gonna find out.
And the moment we've all been waiting for.
Yeah.
I can't believe you showed up with a 211. It's crazy.
It's not a real strong smell. There's no fruitiness to it. It smells very mild. There's no strong alcohol smell to it. It's kind of dull. Now, maybe it won't be when I taste it, but let's see.
Cheers.
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 That's different.
Malt liquor, malt liquor.
Yeah. Yes, for sure. It has kind of a weediness on the tongue, but there's something else I'm trying to put my finger on. It's not highly carbonated. And the finish is really sweet. When I first take the sip, I don't notice it as much, but On the tongue, it's a really sweet flavor and a wheat and almost a little muskiness. Hmm.
Sounds about right.
That's about right. All right, let's try this cheese here.
Maybe a little metal too.
Jesus.
Yes, that's it. That's exactly right.
Oh.
211 is not my favorite product, but some people love it. Huh?
Wow, that's a strong cheese.
Yeah.
It tastes a lot like Parmesan. And I don't know that I've ever had cheese with the sheep's milk. That might be that different flavor I'm getting. It it leaves some sweetness. It's fairly solid, but spongy. All right.
The moment
Jesus.
we've all been waiting for.
211 makes everything better, boys. Except your night.
That's an interesting combination. That took some of that metal away and it really toned down that beer. Yeah, I mean, it settled it right out. There's not a strong alcohol taste or smell. All right, let's do the after.
Cheesers.
Again.
Cheesers.
It definitely made that beer taste sweet. And I'm not sure if this is the right cheese for it. It kind of, it's creamy and it's not quite as sharp after the beer. So definitely I like it better after the beer.
Mm.
It really made this taste very creamy and toned it down a bit. It might not be a bad combination.
Mm.
I'm dying to hear stories about the Steel Reserve.
I got them.
I don't know. I just grabbed it because I thought it looked cool, you know?
All right.
What can I say?
No worries.
I stay away from that section.
Would, huh?
In the
Okay.
market.
Can't wait to hear about that.
Oh, thanks, Spark. Appreciate you. Right on. All right. Cool. Yeah, beer first. Yes. Let's go beer first. Spin this up a bit. So a Scotch ale. Yes. Or I guess you can technically call it a wee heavy or whatever the hell. So it poured probably, whoa. Hey, come back. Look at my palm. There we are. Okay. So it probably poured like maybe a finger or so. I whipped it back up to about an eighth of a finger. 9.2%. It's got a nice, I'd say tan colored head, khaki. Let's get into the nose first. Whoa. Caramel, raisins, a little maybe toffee-ish like thing going on. Definitely a raisin punch for the fruit. Caramel. Trying to think. Special roast or something maybe? There's kind of like a lighter kilned caramely raisin, like 120 kind of caramel 120 or something like that. Amongst other things though. But it's very nice. It has a nice dark fruit kind of essence to it. Spritzy in the nose, kind of carbonated spritz popping into my nose as I smell it. That could be because it was open a little. We're about to find out. But dark beer, opaque, can't see through it. A little reddish orange at the bottom. It kind of poured an auburn going in a little, and then it just really started going into a dark brown color. Carbonation's a medium carbonation. It's somewhat lagen on the sides, leaving a little lace. But all right, cheers. Here's the moment we've all been waiting for.
Bum bum bum.
Cheers.
Woo, that's weird. Raisin's a big one here. Raisin and caramel. Has a little metallic, which could be because it was slightly oxidized. It's possible that it is, but it's not terrible. A little raisin, a little cherry, caramel, slight toffee, or butterscotch maybe. Little diacetyl coming through. Little popcorn butter. Cheers, no bueno. Yeah. So let's see. Fizzy. It's got a fizziness in the carbonation. Low to medium low carbonation. Mouthfeel is somewhat subtle and not creamy at all. More of like a kind of a silk. There's kind of a silkiness to the mouthfeel. Kind of just goes real gradual. It's not really crazy. The body is definitely a medium body. Drying in the finish. Alcohol's hidden. That raisin and that caramel is really big. There's a slight breadiness coming through as well. Like that of like raisin bread or something like that. Something in that feature, something in that thing. But not bad. It's kind of warming actually. It's warming my head a little bit. My throat's getting a little warm, but I don't taste like alcohol, you know. It's not crazy overwhelming. All right. I think it's oxidated a little bit, but that's okay. So the cheese, as you can see here, for those just walking in, very veiny. It was a coffee. It was a cave aged one as well. Had the rubber or the wax around it, so it stayed pretty fresh. It was only $1, so I mean, come on.
That's wild for blue cheese.
Yeah, right. I think it's like $8 for this cube too, and it was only $1. So,
what's the expiration date?
I'm not
Bum,
sure.
bum.
Just curious.
They covered it up.
Yeah. Oh, that's scary.
It's definitely funky. It's got that funky bite to it. Salty, the salinity bit definitely is in there. A bit of creaminess as well. It's got that kind of cave bite to it, you know, like it's been sitting in a stone cave for a while, like in a rock.
Little
You know?
musty.
Little musky.
Wet, damp basement.
Wet, damp
type, yeah.
basement,
I
yes.
know where you're coming from.
Even like pushing a slight fruitiness. It's kind of weird. Like I don't know. It's weird. Or earthy, not fruity. Kind of an earthy cow milk. I think this is cow milk, right? I think it's cow milk. Is what I wouldn't know, but you can't smell any milk or anything. It's just funky. That mold is just whoa. All right, let's eat it. Cheers. Cheezers.
Cheers.
More
Cheezers.
power to you, man.
Salty.
A
Whoa.
little too much penicillin there for you, beer man.
Penicillin.
I'm
And
allergic to penicillin.
numbing on the
Don't
mouth.
mess around with the mold.
It might be old.
You know, it's not bad. It's not bad. You get past that funk. And I mean, it's just salty. It's very salty. But then that milkiness comes through. And it goes into that. What am I trying to get here? Maybe a slight like white pepper or something. or kind of a peppery note with the salt and pepper. It's kind of a buttery feel on the mouth. It's got this real like mush, like kind of not mushy, like a spread, like a soft spread butter over my mouth. And you're in, and it's just in the veins. There's some like crunchiness. You're getting like some crunch. If you can get past that funk, it's really good. It's like one of the better ones I've had. This is really not bad. All right, let's go. I mean, the blue is like the blue stuff. It looks like seaweed in there, and it's like hanging out of the cheese.
Oh dear. Let me out. Let me out.
It's really crunchy. You get that crunchy, salty crunch, or some kind of thing. It'd be really good on crackers with some meat of choice, or something like that.
Or next for a cheese ball.
Oh yeah. Oh, there's the penicillin. Oh, the wrong beer. Wrong beer. Shit. All right. Scotch ale.
Cheers, cheesers, stuff like that.
Well, the beer took away that penicillin funk, kind of wetted it down, loosened up the salt a bit, made the Scotch ale actually a little more drinkable. I don't get any more metallic or anything like that. It kind of wetted the whistle. It took everything down and kind of washed the cheese out of my mouth, and it was really nice. And then the mix though, it like toned down both of them and kind of just melded into a perfect little like thing. So honestly, I think this is a great mix actually. Let me go this before the cheese.
Yeah.
No, yeah, beer before cheese before beer.
You
Because
got
that
this,
cheese just
man.
overwhelms it. Yeah, it just like takes it over. Oh,
You will not get sick in the next month.
I find out why I was dull.
oh yeah. Any beer would go good with that. Just to get it out of your mouth. All right, that's what I have for you. Okay.
Are you okay?
I'll eat it fresh.
Yeah. I am doing great. I got a numb mouth right now.
You've
You
just
can work
had
on
your
my teeth.
penicillin
We're good.
shot.
Okay, let's get back to Bumpy Road Brews.
All right. Let's go with the cheese first. It's nice. I don't know, I think I gotta kind of get away from the Winsley deals they're decent, but it's that weird rubbery kind of like twang that they all kind of have. That kind of like that's like the thing I don't like. I'm digging like that cheesecake vibe that it's giving though, kind of like a Stilton. I should probably get a Stilton instead of doing the Winsley deals, but I haven't seen a Stilton in a while. So, the apricot, plenty. This cheese is plenty loaded with the apricot. So overall, not bad. I'm gonna give the cheese a 43 out of 50. I'll say it's very good. Still got plenty of apricot flavor in my mouth. The beer, I mean, for one thing, blondes are kind of boring typically. This one's done differently. It's imperialized for one, and definitely bringing some hoppy flavors and stuff. But as far as it, being as close to like most of what the blondes are, it's a bit different. It's an all right beer. I think the ABV is well hidden, but there's still nothing really special about it. It's just It's kind of like tangerine and pineapple type notes, kind of on the lighter side on the palate. You get more of that in the aromatics. I'm going to go ahead and score this Bombshell Greater Good Brewing Company with a 40 out of 50. I'll say it's good.
Good. All right.
And as far as the pairing, yeah, they kind of work together. I mean, there was some issues where the cheese kind of took away some of the better notes of the beer and did bring out something that seemed like a little touch of alcohol flavor. But for the most part, it kind of seemed to work together. With the mostly eating the cheese afterwards was the best. That's where the beer kind of helped out the cheese and got rid of that kind of rubbery note that it has. Cheesers, thanks for having me.
Of course. Cheers, Bumpy. Thank you, man. All right. Well, now we have Miscellaneous.
I'm gonna rate the cheese first. The Boar's Head Hickory Smoked Gruyere. It's Gruyere. You definitely get it's Gruyere is such a subtle cheese, and then to smoke it and try and really define any flavors out of it is it's tough. It's one of those cheese like Swiss, and it's when you have it plain, it doesn't, like mozzarella and stuff. It's like it doesn't have a lot of flavor in general. I mean, the smokiness does add to it. It is a very good cheese. It could find its way onto a charcuterie board. It's just I've had a couple smoked Gruyères, and I think Bumpy I had a different one than Boar's Head, and I'm pretty sure I like that one more. I think it was an import smoked Gruyere, but not bad. I mean, I would stick it at like a 90. It's not a bad cheese. This isn't gonna it could make the charcuterie board, but it's not gonna blow you away. But it is very, very tasty cheese for what it is. So for the Anchorage, the Night Oat Stout from them, 8.5%. Still pretty overly cloying marzipan sweet on the nose. I wish it does taste better now that it's warmed up. It's got a little bit more boozy at 8.5. It's a bit more subtle. It's a lot more smooth. I'm picking up on that vanilla. It's a lot more subtle in the flavors. Vanilla, chocolate, what else they say? Bit nutty is the roasted almonds, but coconut milk, which is coconut water, maybe. If you're digging hard, you might get a faint hit of that. I wouldn't say that's the big push for it. Honestly, not a bad beer. Just for being an imperial stout, I guess they call it oat stout. There's an influence on that, though. You do get oatiness through it. You can pick it up, oatmeal vibe. It's not bad though, not overly grainy. Kind of melds well. It's Anchorage. I know that everybody hangs them up real high, but
Yeah, that's
not many things super fancy. I would put it at a 91 because I honestly enjoy the flavors more now that it's warmed up. The nose on this, I think, would turn people off. They were going to be like, oh, it's going to be too cloyingly sweet. It smells like a glass of candy. It's really not so much that way. Beer and cheese, it did work together. I would say, what did I have? I had cheese and then beer. It did accentuate a bit of the alcohol in it. It brought down some of those adjunct flavors, allowing me to taste, I would say, more of a roasty base beer aspect of it, and I did enjoy the smokiness with it. That's the way to go. If you have the beer and then have the cheese, the beer is the cheese is too strong. The smokiness, it runs all over it. It's just not the way to do it. Pairing wise, it's not bad. I was limited on what I had. It was that or do Edam, which I might try a piece of that here after we go off air, but not bad. The smoky aspect with the sweeter stout does work. Opposites attract at times, so it was fair. I don't know. I'd put it at like an 87 if you're working with the right things.
Yeah. Cool. For the pairing?
Yeah.
87? Okay.
Yeah.
Good deal.
It's not bad, but not. What was
Not overwhelming off the top. Yeah. Over the top. Yeah.
Oh,
that happen?
careful, you're in a
You
hurricane.
get those and you're like, God damn, that was.
Yeah.
But yeah, was fair. I'm not disappointed.
I'm glad to see Anchorage in that aspect, the stout part of it.
Yeah,
Because it's you see their strong points. You know, I think their NEPAs are stronger than their other ones, but yeah, it's kind of cool to see you do that.
I hope their barrel age game is tighter than this. I'm
Yeah.
sure it is for what it costs. That's all I can say.
Well, thanks, Miscellaneous. Cheers, man. Appreciate you, man.
Cheers.
Yeah.
All right. Sparkle.
All right. Actually, this isn't a bad beer. However, I don't think
You only have 2 or 3 of those.
I don't think. Oh well. Yeah.
True.
No, I don't think I would go it alone. I would have it with appetizers. It sort of softens that down. The taste on the tongue, it's really sweet afterwards, which I like. It's that initial kind of metally, like we talked about, flavor. So I would definitely want to have it with, some hors d'oeuvres. As far as the cheese as far as the cheese goes, the more I eat it, I like it. That initial Parmesan hit is a little overpowering, but it turns very creamy and really settles it down. I would do these two together, but I think this cheese would go really well with like a Cabernet Sauvignon. And it's okay with this beer. I don't know how it would be with another one. With all the beers that I've been trying, I probably wouldn't put this at the top. I'd probably put it at about maybe 85 if I was to drink it by itself. The cheese, I think it would be great, like on a Triscuit with a real thin slice of apple.
Man, yes.
I think that would really bring that out, take a little bit of that skunkiness away, although there's not a lot of that. But when you first go to put it in your mouth, you can really, really smell what smells like Parmesan. And so I would definitely keep that cheese as an hors d'oeuvre. And I would rate that cheese with that in mind. I'd probably rate it at like a 95.
Right on.
Yeah. Manchego is good. I like it with like fruity stuff and like the wild, the saisons and stuff. The fruited saisons seem to do well with that. Like the spritz, more wine like with the Manchego.
Exactly. The
champagne.
Maybe the Riesling. It would be a nice combination with the Riesling. I'm kind of a wine connoisseur, so I always look for what I compare that with. And but yeah, I think it'd be great with like a Riesling.
Cool. All right. Well, thanks, Sparkle. Cheers. Now you know what that beer tastes like, and
I want the stories.
you can go forward from there on. It's like Cool. I tried it. Would you get it again?
Would I get it again? Only if I was having it with cheese and hors d'oeuvres.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sparkle. Cheers. All right. So the beer. I wonder if it would have tasted better without a cracked top. I wonder if it would have been better, but I am getting buzz from it. It's giving me a nice randy feel. Feeling pretty nice and woo. Got some nice raisin stuff going on there. Little raisin cherry. You've heard me talk about it already, but a good beer. Not bad. Really not bad. Not a bad Scotch ale. I've had better ones. I actually really like the old Chub from Oscar Blue.
Oscar Blues.
Yeah, really good Scotch ale there, or wee heavy, whatever they call it. I with this one, I would go. Oh, I'd go 90 out of 100. I think that's adequate enough. So the cheese was sensational. I thought it was great for a blue cheese. Just everything was nice. It did have that penicillin, but you got to expect that with that type of cheese. So
Right.
it comes with the bag, or the punch, or the whatever the hell the wordology is. Nice, Fat Tie. You got the original? No, is that the original one?
We still get the amber one here.
Do you? Oh,
Yeah.
oh yeah, that's Amber. Okay, yeah. Okay. Yeah. So the cheese was really good. I thought it was excellent for a buck. Come on, man. I mean, I know it was worth more than that, but Fred Meyer doesn't know that, and I'm not going to argue with it. I'll give it a 96 out of 100. I think it was an excellent cheese for what it is. Some people don't like that kind of cheese. It did leave my tongue very numb. I had like a super numb tongue. Yeah, it went away though. It's like going to the dentist, and I gotta go. I don't want to show you my teeth. No, but I'd say the pairing. I give the cheese. Oh yeah, I give you the 96. The pairing was great. I thought the cheese before beer was better. Beer before cheese, you just wanted to wait. Hold on? See, now I'm getting confused. Miscellaneous. Jeez. Yeah, beer before cheese. You just wanted to have that beer again to wash it down. So cheese before beer for sure. The pairing was not bad. It actually melded pretty well together, as you heard me say. It just had this nice feel to it. I think the stronger beers, the bigger, darker, more adjunct friendly beers, the darker, heavily roasted malts, stouts, porters, this, that, imperials, go really well with these stanky cheeses. So even the one that you have up there, Sparkle, would go really well, I think, with a porter, a stout, or something darker, more imperialistic. I'd give it I'll give this pairing like a 94 out of 100. I'll go 94 out of 100 for that. So yeah, not bad. So all right, let's get into our
I gotta get a side beer.
Let me get everyone in place. Go for it, Bumpy.
I have a live show on Monday. It's called New Brew. It starts at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. This upcoming Monday is going to be a special St. Patrick's Day themed New Brew. So bring a beer that you've never had before that's themed either like a St. Patrick's Day theme or a beer style that is usually they seem to come out a bit more during this time of year, being Irish Reds and Irish dry stouts. I'm not saying you have to bring an Irish Red or an Irish dry stout. I'm just trying to, if you can't find something that's themed like a St. Patrick's Day theme on the can art or name. So yeah, that will be this upcoming Monday. And other than that, I'll shout out. I mean, we all know him anyways. I'm sure everybody here already is subscribed to him. But Tanner over at East Coast LQ Reviews, shout him out. I do have
Sure.
a beer coming up tomorrow that he had gifted me. So look forward to that review and
Cool.
shout out Tanner in that. So you can find his link in my on my show there if you need to, or just type in the old East Coast LQ Reviews.
Yep.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers, Bumpy.
And I hope you're not too hungover tonight, Tanner.
It happens to the best.
Time for hair of the dog already.
He's just a boy. Anyways,
It's just a boy.
yeah, I love Tanner.
So do I.
I had to hit the sling blade in there. I mean,
Yeah.
anyways, yeah, he pulled the me last night. Good for him.
Hi, Crash.
Shout outs for me. Thursday night beer session is going to happen. I'm doing something a little different. I'm going to go get a bunch of different light beers, some of the top light beers, and we're going to run it and see where they sit on my palate. That'll be 8 o'clock Thursday on my Miscellaneous Brewery Reviews. Other than that, go check out my shorts. I've been doing my daily post of my Chug Chronicles, whatever, a little bit of music and a beer chug. Because I'm going to drink one anyway, so might as well. I've got some traction. Sub numbers are up. Like I said, I'm over 50 plus at the moment. I'm getting way over 10,000 plus views than normal. It's working. So other than that, I'm going to say go check out Alex the Beer Master for Alex and Friends on Thursday, 10:30, slightly after my show. Leprechaun TV Sundays. The hot seat is now at 5 o'clock. Go join up over there. Good barbecue banner. Good dude. Love hanging out with them. Awesome people. Alex also does Food Friday, but I don't know what it is. I always feel bad shouting it out because I don't know what he's eating.
It's
I never know either.
Chicken parmesan.
Chicken parmesan. I want to call it veal parmesan.
It's Alex. Go figure. Off on goal. Think of me. Gabagoo. And we'll shout out Last Beer, Josh, because that's his thing now. Beer Bowl discussions, Last Beer, Sundays at 8, sometimes 7:30. Check it out.
Right on. Cheers, Miscellaneous.
Gotta have fun with it, boys.
All right, Sparkle. What you got for
Well, I
us?
still want to hear the stories, but anyway.
Getting there.
I don't really have any beer shout outs, but I want to shout out Chadeo. He hit his 2,500 mark.
Wow. Jeez.
Yeah. So he's going to do a big celebration on Monday, on his Monday mingle. And he's going to give away a hoodie. And so he made it. And I congratulate him.
That's great. That's
Bravo,
really good.
Chadeo.
Yeah, congrats to that. That's cool.
I honestly missed one person. Shout out to the Eclectic Beard. He got his fucking silver
Yes.
Oh, congratulations.
100K.
Very cool. Yep.
Wonderful.
That's
Good,
man.
good friend, man.
Good dude.
Yeah. Yep. He sure is. So is Chadeo.
Yeah, not to take anything away.
Yeah.
But no, I forgot about that. Yeah, I saw it today and I commented like right after he posted it. Like, you earned it, Doug. You said you were gonna do it and you did it.
Are you Alan for sure? Yep. Yes. Hello, Alan. So, Sparkle, are you doing any more live? Are you doing? What about your channel? You got any
I'll
live?
be doing a
coming up?
live on Sunday.
Okay.
And I'm going to be in a collaboration with some other gals who haven't hit 1,000 yet. And it's called 1,000 Below. And we're doing that on March 13th. And it's going to be, I think there are a lot of us actually. And maybe like 11 of us. So we're going to be doing a collaboration.
Oh wow.
trying to get us all up there in our subs. So that should be a lot of fun.
My beard on your hair.
And of course, later on, I'll be doing May the 4th Be With You, the Star Wars collab in May. So that's a while from now.
All right.
And
All right.
I do my lives on Sunday at 5:30, and I probably will do. Let's see. I'm looking at the calendar. Yeah, it'll probably be a St. Patrick's Day.
Cool.
Nice.
I need to come up with some St. Patrick's Day stuff. What the hell's wrong with me? Oh, you
Make sure the dates are right. That's how we go.
got... All right. Thanks, Sparkle. Cheers to you.
Cheers to you.
All right. So yeah, I'll just shout out the things I do as far as lives. Beer and Cheese Tuesday again next week, 8 o'clock Eastern. If you'd like to be here, go ahead and bring whatever you'd like. I don't frown on anything, so just whatever. Just bring a beer though, and any cheese, not wine, not anything else, champagne or liquor, or whatever the hell. Just bring a beer and cheese. 8 o'clock Eastern. Tomorrow, Wednesday, will be Styles Gone Wild. I think it's our 7th or 8th episode of that. So hopefully we'll be there for that. 6 o'clock Eastern, 3 for me. I try to get beer reviews. I just haven't done enough of them lately because I've been doing more like brewing and these live streams and stuff like that. So Thursday, I am going to be brewing a double in New England. So at least the base of it, get the sugars. And then, of course, after that, I've got to do all my dry hopping and my prep stuff and my kegging and everything else after that. But it is a damn good man after Regopolis. So check out Regopolis. There's my first shout. He just put up Bourbon County brand stout by Goose Island. Check that. And he has a funny outfit. They're funny dudes. That's his dad or someone on there next to him.
Bigfoot Al.
Yeah.
Well, wouldn't have known that until now. Thanks for spilling the beans.
Sure. I've got a couple here, a few. Shark Home Brewing. Check him out. I haven't seen him in a while. I need to go back and look at everyone's stuff. It's so hard to keep up sometimes. But he Shorter Shark Porter Brew Day. He did a brew day and put it into a short, like 2-minute video. Funny guy, cool dude. The Beer Patrol, Joe. Check him. He's like puts up a lot of shit, but it's hard to follow sometimes when you're busy. But boy, he is a great reviewer. He knows his shit really well. The Final Death Double Dry Hop West Coast IPA. I need to look at that, actually. That sounds good. So go check his latest run. And then, of course, Thrash Life, man. He's in the chat right now. His last one is Daily Chores and the Girls, showing his chores that he's doing to take care of these beautiful horses that he takes care of. So he also brews beer and does live brew days as well. Sometimes Chadeo is there. And it's cool. And he's very knowledgeable with the beer, with brewing beer, and has been doing it a while. He's very educated, and it's good to get info from him. So thanks, thank you, thanks, Brian. Dash Life, cheers. All right, so cool. Good show, man. It was fun. Shave your beard Saturday. Okay. I shaved my mustache. It was tickling my nose too much. Yeah, much love, man. All right. Well, thank you. First of all, to the panel here. Thank you guys so much for being here.
Thank you.
Appreciate your support. Yeah. Just coming on in and always being here. Bumpy Roll Brews. Hell yeah, dude. Miscellaneous Brew Reviews and Sparkles. Sparkle. Art by Sparkle. Cheers. Cheers to you. All right. Thanks to the awesome chat. We had a great chat tonight as well. We're 17,000 strong. Man, awesome. You guys make it. So thank you so much. If you haven't already subscribed to these guys, please do. I'm sure most of you guys are already. Right on. Thank you, Angie. Cheers to Angie. We'll see you in the after party. Let me put that link up real quick before I go, in case you guys want to show up and hang out. All right. So we're out of here. You guys have a good night, day, wherever you are from in this beautiful flipping world. Cheers.
Cheers. But not.
Cheers.